The Philadelphia Eagles move to 4-0. They did it again. Kyle's back, healthy, behind the glass.
Yeah, bubble good.
Yeah, we thought we lost him on Friday. Now he's good to go. We got a lot to discuss today. Good morning, Hugh.
Good morning, Joe. Good morning, Philadelphia. Hey, listen, I just want to ask people today, before we judge, let's just try to understand.
Oh, stop it.
Let's just try to understand.
Stop it.
What's going on before we pass judgment this morning.
The Reverend is here?
I'm just saying.
The good Reverend.
Before we pass judgment.
The Reverend Hugh Douglas.
Let's try to understand what's going on.
Okay, we'll get to the judgment part of the show. Can we start with the team and a victory?
Yes.
They go down to Tampa.
Victory Monday.
Exercise the demons as the Philadelphia Eagles have, well, an amazing first half and a second half that was so
awesome.
bad offensively, so bad that I thought they were going to blow that thing. That was yesterday an inverse of last week. I mean, it literally was last week's game, just the complete opposite. It starts with the special teams defensive score, right? You know,
Yes.
Sidney Brown
Sidney
picks it
Brown,
up.
hey.
Yeah, after Cam
Get the party
Latu
started.
blocks the punt, and we get the party started, and we're up. And the offense in the first half of that game, Hugh, was spectacular. They were on point. Jalen Hurts was basically perfect in the first half of the game. Creativity with a little shovel pass to Dallas Goedert. Everything was awesome in the first half of that football game. And then the second half happened, and they could not muster a first down. They had negative yardage in the second half of the game to the point where they let the Bucs right back in the game. And if not for defensive plays, I mean clutch defensive plays by Jahad Campbell, they probably don't hold on. Hugh Douglas, your reaction as the Eagles go to Tampa Bay. They win. They're 4-0, but it was literally the tale of two halves. Again, just the opposite way this time.
Exercise their demons in Tampa, which is always great. Went down there and they took care of business, man. And the weather was a somewhat of a factor. They didn't let that hold them back. Yeah, it was a little bit of a hair-pulling situation. I had a chance to listen to it in the car when I was going home. Merrill was not that happy.
I mean, how could he be?
Merrill was not happy in the second half. It was a little doom and gloom, but they were able to pull it out. 4-0, go Birds. Go Birds.
Oh, so we're just gonna like pretend the second half didn't happen?
What are you talking about?
What do you mean? What am I talking about?
I just told you what did I just say about what's the most important thing about what happened from Sunday?
You're gonna win as a win us?
Go Birds.
You're gonna win as a win us. All
Go
right.
Birds.
I see what we're doing today. All right. I say.
What do you mean? What am I doing?
What do you mean?
I just said go Birds.
The second half.
Come on.
Here.
Wait a minute. Listen.
Hold on a second. Last week was the jumping off point. Last week was the beginning. So
Go Birds.
That's what you got today for us?
Go Birds.
Go Birds.
Go Birds.
Hugh Douglas is checked out for the day. Go Birds. The details don't matter. The second half doesn't matter.
What are we talking about?
It's 10:04. It's 10:04. I'm not going to make it to 2 if we just go Birds and everything.
All I'm saying, go Birds.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. Go Birds.
What happened in the second half?
What you talking about?
But you heard my question.
Okay, full disclosure.
Yeah.
I don't remember the second half.
Oh.
I don't recall.
So we have the good Reverend, and now we have Spin Doctor. Head
listen.
into Sand Douglas, all in segment one.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You are sickening.
Yeah,
What are you talking about?
This might be uglier than the second half
I
offensively
don't
yesterday.
understand what you mean.
No, you missed it?
Wait a minute, we won, didn't we? It was 25-31, right?
Maybe here's the problem. I asked you what happened, and the answer is nothing. That's why you don't remember.
I don't recall.
You don't recall a second half completion, do you?
only thing
Because we didn't have a completion in the second half. 0. What the heck was that after halftime?
All I know is that we're 4-0.
Yeah.
And we're one. It's only one other team that's undefeated
The team
in
you picked
4 weeks.
the team you picked to lose every week, Buffalo.
Yeah. I was close, though.
Yeah, no, you weren't. No one thought they were going to win that football game. All right. So here's the reality
It wasn't
of
a
yesterday.
blowout. It was not a blowout.
Okay. Yesterday, the Eagles outgained the Bucs 201-99 in the first half.
Yes.
The score was 24-6, and really, it was only 24-6 because the kicker for the Bucs made a ridiculously long field goal. I mean, it was 24-3 until
crazy.
seconds to go in the first half. Jalen Hurts at halftime, 15 of 16 for 130 yards and 2 touchdowns. Jalen Hurts, I actually thought the first half yesterday was more impressive than the second half last week. Hurts was in command, and it wasn't like...
And they jumped out. They did what you wanted them to do.
Yeah, it wasn't, hey, we're down 3 scores, we got to throw the ball. It was, we're in control of the game. I thought Jalen against the blitz was awesome. I thought he was accurate.
Read the defenses really well.
Totally. I thought he ran when he needed to, including the one run around the outside to get close to the goal line. I thought he was...
fake tush push.
Everything about the offense was awesome in the first half of the game. They moved the football. Dallas Goedert involved. Jalen Hurts was, again, they averaged 7.2 yards per play in the first half of that game. In the second half, even if you take out the minus 34 yards rushing on the safety to end the game, right? The punter just ran backwards. Even if you take that out, The Eagles were outscored 19-7, and by the way, that 7 was because they got the ball on the 20-something yard line after Campbell forced a fumble on Bucky Irving. But even if you take out the 34-yard negative play on the final safety, which whatever, no one cares about the yards on that, they were outgained 277 to 33 after halftime. It was like last week's first half in reverse. Hurts in the second half, he was 0 for 8. They didn't complete a pass after halftime. Look, the Eagles win every week, clearly. They are the best team in pro football. They've been that for a year now. And that is the most important thing. But why do they have to be so Jekyll and Hyde in these games? That's what I don't understand.
Yeah, that's the thing that's a little bit perplexing.
Yeah.
When you talk about the way that you started the game yesterday and the way that you ended the game, it's like, okay, what happened when you went in at halftime?
Yeah.
I know that there's some probably semblance or people thinking that, in that situation, you want to start the game away. That's when your running game really starts to pay huge dividends for you.
They can't run the ball right now.
I was about to say they couldn't even get that going. And I think that when you have a team that had that much success running the football last year, and you look at the running back still looks the same as he did last year, you got to kind of point to the offensive line and say they're not really doing the job that they've done in the past.
Well, okay, so I think part of that is Lane Johnson now for 2 straight games has not finished the game. We have some issues now with Lane's health. Hopefully he's going to be okay, but this is 2 straight. So I think that's part of it. The O-line not holding up for full games is part of it. I don't know what's going on. I just know there's 2 halves of football yesterday, 2 different teams just like last week. 215-592-9494. The Eagles win. The Eagles win every week. We expected that. I think we all picked the Eagles to win the game. What stood out the most to you, though? The way they played in the first half or what we saw in the second half? One thing I want to point out before we get to all the phone calls and we get to hear from Sirianni and Saquon Barkley here on the game yesterday. They had their star players yesterday make a lot of amazing plays. I mean, the game was won by their stars. I thought Quinyon Mitchell was amazing yesterday.
Key plays yesterday when they needed him.
Boy, he's becoming a all-pro kind of caliber corner. Cooper DeJean was everywhere yesterday. I think he sets the tone for the entire defense. Zach Bond is picking up where he left off last year as an all-pro, and I think Zach Bond right now is our best pass rusher, which probably says something about our pass rush. And Hugh, how about Jihad Campbell? Jihad Campbell, they draft this kid in the first round. Everyone's like, oh, my God, why did he fall to the Eagles? Oh, well, he's hurt. He's not going to play. Or he's going to be behind. This guy makes winning plays every week. I mean, he had made 2 plays that saved the game. The forced fumble on Bucky Irving set the Eagles up for their only score of the second half. And that interception, what an incredibly athletic play. The Eagles have the best, after all those years, Hugh, of the Eagles not prioritizing linebacker, they have the best inside linebacker duo in the whole NFL.
Yeah, man, they're playing well. And when you talk about as hot as it was yesterday and the way that there were lulls in that game as far as defense was concerned, at key moments, they came up with some huge plays, man. And that's kind of what you need when you're talking with your defense and you look at all those stars they have over there. They came up with some key plays at some key moments.
So I thought, they had a couple bombs they gave up, right? The Ibuka play where he just kind of went through the 2 defenders and Makuba was all twisted up there and it was a big play, explosive play. I thought that one was a mistake by the defense. And then Campbell got caught on that kind of wheel route by Bucky Irving. But I like the way the defense played yesterday. I know they gave up 2 gash plays, and that made things look worse statistically. I like the way the defense played yesterday. It's the offense that is just confounding me. At times, they look amazing, and at times, they can't get a first down. 215-592-9494. What stood out the most to you? The first half, the excellent offense, or the second half, where they could not move the football at all and almost gave way a 3-score lead. All right, let's hear from Nick Sirianni yesterday after the game. Asked, are you the team from the first half or the second half? Here's what he said.
What offense do you think you are, the one from the first half or the one from the second half?
I don't know, Zach. I mean, hopefully we're the one from the first half.
Well, I
don't know, Zach. What the hell do you think?
What do you think, Zach?
It's the most concise he's ever been.
It was. I like that answer.
It sounds like you're a little annoyed.
Yeah. Well,
a little annoyed.
Would you be annoyed after watching that second half offense?
Well, you gotta be professional.
No,
even though Zach was getting on your nerves.
Professional.
Damn it, Zach.
You got the head coach is John with the other quarterback. Professional.
Asking all these hard-ass questions.
Was that a hard question?
After
was that really a hard question?
Did we win the game? I'm ad-libbing. Did we win the damn game, Zach? Get out of my face. Get out of here.
Yeah, you can't be a Hugh Douglas. Just say win's a win all the time. All right, Saquon Barkley asks, which team are we? Here's Saquon after the game yesterday.
I think we're both. And that's just
both.
When we're firing, we're really hard to stop, especially with the offensive power we have. But we're playing bad. We're really playing bad. So we just got to do a better job of playing better than worse. That's just the nature of football.
So we got to do a better job playing better than worse? Is that what Saquon said there?
Basically.
We're getting real philosophical on Monday.
You got to reflect and ask self, why are we here? Why are we in this position that we're in right now? We're 4-0. We're not playing our best football, but we're 4-0. And you know what your self tells you? It says, self, the reason why we're doing this is because we are a team of destiny. We are a team of destiny.
Our caller self?
Yeah, well, I'm just saying.
Are you talking to yourself again?
I'm metaphorically, having a conversation.
I've had enough of Socrates Douglas over here. 215-592-9494.
We are in a good spot.
They completed 0 passes in the second half.
At the end of the score, it was, 35-21 or something like that?
No, that wasn't the score.
It was close. You almost called the score, though, yesterday. It was 31-24? I said that yesterday. Didn't I say something?
You said they won by 10. I thought you picked them by 10.
Probably.
So you don't know the score of the game or what you predicted yesterday. We are flying on a Monday. Kyle, welcome back. Glad to see you were better. What stood out to you, first half or second half? What do you got?
So I'm in a weird headspace today about the Eagles because I'll say this. The first half stood out to me the most just because that's sort of the most annoying part of the game to me. Not because of how well they played, but just because, why don't we look like that all the time?
It's in them.
With the amount of talent that we've put together on this team. That's the product that we should be able to expect every single Sunday from the Eagles. With the amount of talent they have on offense, the way they're coached on defense, the Eagles should dominate, everybody. We are a super team, considering the amount of talent that we have. But, it just bothers me that they go so hot and cold. Everybody, whether it's the play calling, the quarterback, just allowing explosive plays on the defense. That was annoying in the second half. But why can't they put that together for 60 minutes of football? They should be running through this entire league. Why are they not doing that? It's super frustrating that they put that out. If it was something where they never really looked like that, and they looked all the time like they did in the Chiefs game or in the first half of the Rams game, second half of the Bucs game, then I'd be okay, there's a clear something is very obviously holding this team back from what it is. I'm just confused. What is holding this Eagles team back from being as great as they should be?
I don't know if I've ever seen a team have as good and bad of halves as they've had in the last 2 games. It is remarkable what they've done in the last 2 games to do. They did the same thing in inverse. I mean, they started this game, like Kyle said, it's the way they should look. And then they went to the second half, and it was the way they looked last week against the Rams. All right, so here are their passing yards quickly in the last 4 halves of football. The first half against the Rams, -1. Second half against the Rams, 203. First half against the Bucs, 130. Second half versus the Bucs, -18. It's almost like they're different teams in different halves. It is remarkable. 215-592-9494. What stood out to you the most? The second half, they almost giving it up. The first half, playing perfect football, really, especially on the offensive side.